Level 1, $20,000 a year. You wake up at 6:47 a.m. Not because you want to, because you have to. The alarm on your cracked phone screen buzzes against the nightstand of a bedroom you share with someone else. Maybe a roommate, maybe a sibling, maybe both. You don't have time to think about it. You have to be at the warehouse by 8. The job isn't glamorous. Nobody here uses that word. You scan boxes. You move pallets. You stand on concrete floors for 9 hours straight. Your feet hurt by noon. By 3 p.m., you've stopped feeling them. At the end of the week, you get a direct deposit for $384. After taxes, you stare at that number on your phone in the parking lot. You do the math in your head. $384. Rent is due in 11 days. You eat a $2 gas station sandwich in your car and call it dinner. This is level 1. This is where most people start. And this is where a lot of people stay. But not you. Not yet. Level 2, $40,000 a year. You got a new job. Office this time. Nothing fancy. A low cubicle, a headset, a company laptop with a sticker on it that someone put there before you. Customer service, data entry, maybe a junior sales role. Doesn't matter. What matters is the number. $40,000 a year. You said it out loud the day you signed the offer letter. Felt like a lie. Now you have your own apartment. Small. 1 bedroom. The kind of place where the walls are thin and the parking lot is always loud. But it's yours. You start cooking at home. You stop buying coffee every day. You open a savings account for the first time in your life. You put $200 in it. Then your car needs repairs. There goes the $200. You rebuild. You learn the word budget. You hate the word budget, but you do it anyway. Here's the thing nobody tells you about level 2. The money is better, but the trap is tighter. Because now you have just enough to feel stable, and just enough to lose it all in one emergency. You start learning at night. YouTube tutorials, online courses, Reddit threads at midnight. You're studying something, anything, a skill that someone somewhere will pay more for, because you've already decided you're not staying here. Level 3, $65,000 a year. 3 years later. New city, or new role, or both. You're not scanning boxes anymore. You're not reading scripts off a monitor. You have a title now. It's on your email signature. You drive a used car that actually works. You have a savings account with more than $200 in it. You go out on weekends. Not every weekend, but some. This is the level where life starts to look normal from the outside. But here's what they don't see. You're working 50 hours a week for 40 hours of pay. You smile in meetings you weren't supposed to be in. You take on projects that aren't yours just to get noticed. You are performing stability. Every morning you put on clothes that say, I belong here. Every night you take them off and wonder if that's true. But something is shifting. You're getting sharper. You're watching how money actually moves in a room. Who makes decisions? Who just executes them? You start asking different questions. Not, how do I do my job better? But who decided this was even a job? That question will cost you something eventually, or make you everything. Level 4, $90,000 a year. You negotiated. That's it. That's the whole secret. You asked for more and they said yes, and now your life is different. $90,000 a year. You didn't get a new degree. You didn't win anything. You just stopped accepting the first number they put in front of you. Now your apartment has a second bedroom that you use as an office. You have a real desk, a monitor, a plant that you actually keep alive. You max out your Roth IRA for the first time. You feel sophisticated doing it. You take 1 trip a year that doesn't involve sleeping on a friend's couch. Life is comfortable, and comfort is the most dangerous place you will ever live. Because at $90K, you could stop. A lot of people stop here. They buy a slightly nicer car. They upgrade to a 2-bedroom. They book the vacation. And then they look up 15 years later and wonder why nothing changed. You feel the pull. You feel it every time you open your bank account, and it doesn't immediately make you anxious. But you also feel something else, a ceiling. You can feel the exact height of it. You're standing right underneath it, and you have to decide. Do you live under it, or do you break through it? Level 5, $150,000 a year. You broke through. Maybe you moved into management. Maybe you went deep on a skill nobody else has. Maybe you started something on the side that started making noise. $150,000 a year. That's $2,500 a month. That's a number that changes the way people talk to you at dinner parties. You notice it immediately. The questions shift. Nobody asks what you do anymore. They ask how you did it. You own things now. A car that doesn't need anything. An apartment or a house that you chose. not settled for. You invest automatically, consistently, without thinking. You have an accountant. That sentence alone separates you from who you used to be. But here's what also comes with $150K. Responsibility that doesn't clock out. Your phone buzzes at 9 p.m., you answer it. Your team makes a mistake, you own it. A deal falls through. You feel it in your chest before you feel it in your account. The money is real, but so is the weight. You can't remember the last time you had a Tuesday where nothing was urgent. You tell yourself that's okay, that this is the cost of being here. And then you start doing the math on the next level. Level 6, $250,000 a year. $250,000. You never said that out loud growing up. Not in the context of yourself. Now it's your tax bracket. You are a different person at this level. Not morally, not emotionally. Structurally, the way the system sees you has changed. Your tax strategy is now a conversation. Multiple conversations with multiple people. You have a financial advisor who isn't just an app on your phone. You have an LLC, maybe two. You're buying things that buy other things. A property that someone else pays for monthly. Index funds that grow while you sleep. Your money now makes money without your permission. That's the moment. That's the line. When income becomes a system instead of a salary. But this level comes with something nobody posts about. Isolation. Your old friends don't talk about money the way you do anymore. Not because they're less intelligent. Because the problems are different. You're stressed about a deal structure. They're stressed about a car payment. Both stresses are real, but they don't translate. You start spending more time with people who operate at your level, and those people are interesting and dangerous because they'll show you the next door, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Level 7, $500,000 a year. $500,000 per year. Let that sit. This isn't a salary anymore. This is equity, ownership, revenue share, exit payments. You didn't just get good at a job, you built something, or got close enough to someone who did. At this level, you don't check prices. Not out of arrogance, out of irrelevance. The $14 appetizer or the $22 one doesn't register. That shift is quieter than you expected, and more unsettling. You remember checking prices. You remember the specific math of choosing the cheaper item. Now you don't. And you're not sure how to feel about that? Your network is now your net worth. The right dinner, the right introduction, the right room, these are worth more than any paycheck. You are playing a different game entirely, but the stakes are real now. At $50K, a mistake costs you a month. At $500K, a mistake costs you a year. A lawsuit, a bad partnership, a market shift. The floor beneath you is higher, but so is the drop. You start sleeping differently. Not worse, not better. Just differently. With one eye always slightly open. Level 8, $1 million. In a year. You remember when that number felt like a myth, like something that happened to other people, in other zip codes, in other lives. Now it's yours. And here's the thing nobody tells you about this level. It's quieter than you imagined. There's no moment, no arrival. Your account crosses a number and your phone doesn't ring differently. The sun doesn't shift. You just keep going. Because at this level, stopping is the risk. The machine you've built requires maintenance, attention, decisions, stakes. You have people depending on you now, not just employees, partners, investors, structures that carry your name on them. Your name is a brand now. Brands can be damaged. You think about that more than you expected. You also think about the warehouse, the $2 sandwich, the $384 paycheck. You think about the version of you that stared at that number in a parking lot. Would you trade places? No. Would you go back? Sometimes, for a minute, you think about it. Not because it was better, because it was simpler. Because back then, the stakes were clear. Now everything is complex. The money is complicated. The relationships are complicated. The identity is complicated. Who are you without the number? That question doesn't have an answer yet. Maybe it never does. Final level, the truth. Here's what the levels don't tell you. The version of you at $20K and the version of you at $1 million are the same person. Same fears, different scale. Same need for control, different tools. Same question underneath all of it. Am I enough? The money answers that question temporarily. Then it asks it again, louder. Some people reach $1 and feel it. Some people reach $1 and immediately move the target. 5 meters, 10 meters exit. The level never ends. That's not a tragedy. That's not a warning. That's just the truth about ambition. It doesn't arrive. It accelerates. The question is, what are you running toward? Because if you don't know the answer to that at $20K, You won't know it at 1 Nanos either. Choose carefully. The levels are real, but they were never the point.